Hey everyone, welcome back to Little Homestead. It's been a hot minute over here, um, but today I wanted to share with you a video I had filmed um, about like a month or two ago, and it was when my plants were still on the smaller side. I will be doing a video showing the growth and the life of some of the plants. Some of the plants, like the cucumber plants, have lived their life. They have produced several cucumbers for us, and they are now out of the ground. Um, but today I am going to do a lot of weeding. It's amazing how fast weeds accumulate and you don't realize, and they get a little out of control. So I decided to take a big portion of my morning that day and really just get in there and get all the weeds out and make this space look nicer. Thankfully, soon after this video, it became really hot for the hot season of summer, so a lot of weeds did not grow back. So thankful for that. Um, so this was the really one big weed pull I did throughout the season, and I'm glad I waited this long because I didn't have to really do it again. Like I said, a lot of the weeds didn't really come back. There's just a few here and there, and they're small. And I think it helps that when you water your plants, you're watering just your plant and not the entire flower bed. I don't know why I'm doing finger quotes. You can't see that. So that sort of helps. Like all the plants that are in the cracks of the sidewalks did not grow back. They never got watered, and it became like the dry season. So that was really nice because some of them I couldn't get all the roots out. They were really nestled in between those concrete slabs there. So yeah, and as I lose my train of thought again, I'm not sure where I wanted to go with that. I did have a problem with my tomatoes this year. It was the first year I did tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes performed really well. No issues with the cherry tomato plants. But the Roma tomato plants that I did all had that blossom end rot on them. So it's probably, I think, a calcium deficiency is what it really comes down to. I did not get the highest quality of soil this year, and I think that may have been it. So that was a bummer, but I did get a few nice tomatoes out of there. And then I came inside, and the kitchen really needed a clean. After a while, it just builds up, and it just needs to get done, and it needs a deep clean. And this is where all of our recycling ends up, so I try to take it out as we get it, but sometimes it builds up. Life gets busy. You don't always have the time to do those little things every day. So, and that bucket had a crack in it, which is so sad, so I had to get rid of that one too. So then dishes okay, let's be honest. They're a never-ending chore around the house. Wherever you look, there's always dishes. It's like laundry. You wash the dishes and then you eat on a plate and it's right back again. It's not fun. But it's a part of life. But yeah, so lately I actually did some reorganizing in the kitchen and cleaning because we have an ant issue. I have never lived on the ground floor in an apartment. My last apartment was on the second floor, so I never really had to deal with ants and bugs and that kind of stuff as much. So yeah, these little tiny red ants have decided to try to make our house their home, and I am not having it. So I have a resident or home, and I don't know, it's a safe spray. It's safe around kids and pets. We have not had any issues with our cat trying to go over and lick the area, which is very good, because he tends to like to lick things and things that he's not supposed to. So, very thankful for that. So it's a spray, and I just spray along the perimeter, and if they walk across it, they die. So that sort of solved the problem, but they kept showing up in new spots, so I think I pretty much have every area sprayed so that they can't really get back in, thankfully. Hopefully. So that has been a challenge over the summer. I mean, we haven't had too many issues at all with the apartment, so if that is the worst that happens, I'm okay with that. Yeah, so that forced me to clean out some of the kitchen and organize, which is good. It's a con that I sort of turned into a pro a little bit. Sometimes you just need that little extra shove to go and get something done, and if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Yeah. So then after doing the dishes that day, I just cleaned the countertops and the stove and vacuumed. It really needed done, and it needs done again. I mean, if to keep those ants out, I need to do routine maintenance. Forces me to keep on top of everything, which again is a pro out of a con, I guess. So it seems like everything with quarantine has sort of slightly gone more back to normal, except for the whole mask thing, and that's a whole sensitive subject, I guess. So as I cannot talk again, how is it in your area? Like, I know they sort of got rid of, I don't know, they don't mention the zones much anymore, like the red, yellow, green. I know everyone in PA went green, but then that sort of disappeared. So, how lenient is your area? Are there, like, strict mask requirements or anything like that? I know some people still are trying to stay at home and that kind of stuff. I don't know. For me personally, that would be very difficult. I am a homebody, but I still like to get out and go out to eat and go shopping. Well, not for clothes, but mostly for plants, let's be honest. I have a plant addiction. So, but yeah, so how are you guys doing with the I don't want to say like re-entry to society. Makes it sound bad, but I mean, it is almost that because the lockdown for so long. But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are and how things are in your area below. Ooh, and then I decided to make my way into the dining room and living room. So not a lot. I didn't do much in this space like lately to organize. I'll probably film a new video soon. Maybe I'll do like an indoor plant, an outdoor plant tour, because I've gotten a few new additions, especially more towards the inside. I had a splurge, and I do not regret that splurge at all. It was so worth it. I was craving a bigger plant, and I got it. So I'll probably be posting or filming and posting a video in the near future, hopefully sooner rather than later. That, and I don't really think I did anything new lately in the living room, just regular routine cleaning and stuff. Although I did find that in this upcoming part you'll see his plant stand there in the corner underneath that window. He loves that thing, and I'm very glad he gets a lot of use out of it. And I guess I should be glad it pulls the hair off of him and sticks to it. But that thing gets so built up with hair. You can see in those little corner crevices, that's just packed full of Jax's black hair. And I found that using a vacuum does pretty much nothing to it. I have to work it out with my hands, which, I mean, I shouldn't really complain because I found a way, and it didn't cost me any other money. But this usually has to be done at least once a week because that builds up so fast. And I am grateful that it doesn't go everywhere in the house then, that it sticks right to that little sucker there. Yes, and he loves to scratch this thing, so all of those carpet particles are always everywhere in that corner. Thankfully, they usually stay contained to that little corner. They don't fly around the house, thankfully. And then this cat, I really should brush him more often. He loves it, and it also gets a lot of that hair off of him, and it's always more hair than I anticipate. It's never ending. At some point I just give up and I'm like, well, that's enough hair for the day. Oh, and as you can hear my cat probably in the background, he has joined me while I am doing this voiceover because he wants attention. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm always going to be looking for what you guys would like to see next. If there's a certain recipe you guys would like me to make that you haven't tried and you want to find out if it's good before you try it, I will definitely do that for you. And let me just feel free to like the video on the actual YouTube site because that lets me know what you guys like and what you guys want to see. So you guys could do that, as well as if you want to see my videos more when they come up, please feel free to subscribe on the YouTube link below.